Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, play Slay the Spire. Great win last time. Had a wonderful time playing the defect. Unfavorable events on Ascension 15. Now, this is a big one for me. Ascension 15 used to be where Ascension ended. Now it goes to 20. But this is like, if we go back to like January 2018, this would be the end of the game. So it's a little milestone for me. I know we're not there yet, but it's a little milestone. I honestly sort of look at this and go, okay, transform, it's something. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. I don't really like that. It does basically mean we heal to maximum, but it's not that big of an advantage long term. Lose your starting relic, I love, but I also love Burning Blood. So I think I'm going to go obtain a curse, transform 2 cards. And we're going to take 2 strikes. One became a whirlwind, one became an uppercut. In hindsight, I'm glad I took 2 attacks. I love getting whirlwind. I love getting uppercut. I consider myself a very happy man right now. I love Burning Blood, dude. It's the sustain from the Burning Blood that really, if I'm being honest, sustains me. We definitely do not need 2 whirlwinds, at least not this early, in my opinion. So we'll dump that curse out of our deck. And I feel like, right off the bat, we got a deck that we would consider pretty strong. Stronger than usual. We're going to gain 50 to 80 gold. Not really worried about becoming cursed with doubt. I don't. The weakness is not worth it, in my opinion. Man, of course, it's almost like they designed the game, you know? It almost kills them, but not quite. So go ahead, hit me for freaking 5 damage. I don't have too much control over that issue. Go ahead, hit me for 8 freaking damage, see if I care. How do you win with the Ironclad? I still don't know how to codify it into words. So we have too many expensive cards already, in my opinion. I think the way that you win with the Ironclad is you take good cards and you especially, like the big difference that I see between the Ironclad, the Silent, the Defect, etc., is we definitely, in my opinion, are less anxious about fighting elites early, pretty much 100% because Burning Blood exists. Like this fight, we didn't even have to worry about playing block. We get Matrushka, which is not good for us immediately, but is great for us long term. And then I look at this and I'm like, okay, we're back at full HP. Why not upgrade a card? Well, don't be silly. We got 2 elite fights coming up here. It's no joke. We'll bash, and honestly, right after that, we'll shrug just to get through our deck faster. We have to attack this turn. Wow, that's terrible. You still wake him up, I think, but that's really not good. We gotta put some real damage on him. This one is gonna suck bad. So we're taking 7 damage. We really want to draw uppercut again. There was a relatively okay chance of it. We're way behind schedule here. This is very dangerous. Uppercut? Nope. Okay, we're taking another 16 damage. Alright, this one might be over before it even begins, to be real with you, but we're trying. 11 plus 4 with 50% added. It's 1 shy. Because it's 1 shy, we will put up as much block as we can. That went so poorly. Blood Vial is helpful. Reaper is a necessity just to keep us alive temporarily. And we basically have to take no damage here. On top of taking no damage, we would, like, absolutely love to be able to play Reaper for a lot of value. I think because you're vulnerable, but we gotta hit you hard first. It just has to happen that way. If we could be on 20 HP, 20-ish, by the time we fight this boss, like, I'd be okay with it. And we're gonna be, but we're gonna be on 24. Okay, these are the guys I wanted to fight. It's actually this very specific reason I took Cleave, to be honest. Here's the thing. Reaper heals you for 12 immediately. How do you not play it right off the bat? Well, the reason is because, you know, you're going to have a real nasty turn against these guys next time. You could do 18 damage to all, but it would mean you take 10 right off the bat. You could do 13 damage to all, and you would take 2 damage in the process. That doesn't seem that bad. It's weird. This is a weird one. It's a much more tactical start to this fight than you would usually experience. And now we're going to take at least 15 damage. So we're going to be on 14 HP. Which is, in its own way, a weird sort of blessing, because it means we can't die on the next turn. Never mind. My math was highly incorrect. And this turn was horrible for us, by the way. We're not screwed yet. We're looking pretty bad. I gotta look. So you're doing 20 damage. We have 18. This will heal us for another 12 on top of what we got. This won't kill anybody. Has to be done. So we're on 30. We're taking 11. So we're on 19. No, we're on 10. Why is... My brain is, like, screwed right now for some reason. You're gonna hit me for 10. I cannot kill you. Literally cannot kill you. That is painful, because I really felt like we had a good chance. Like, we had a good start on that run. Life goes on. This is painful to not have the opportunity to get a choice from the boss, but hey, trial and error, baby. It's how she goes. Anytime you draw a turn 1 bash against this guy, you gotta say, you know, thank you. Not likely to kill him next turn. 2 turns, in all likelihood. Honestly, I think you gotta do that. Otherwise, you have to draw 3 strikes to kill him anyway. Which we did. So we lost more HP than we needed to, but we hedged our bets in a way that I think is appropriate. Alright, what do we like turn 1? I love Infernal Blade. Yeah, there's a chance it gives you trash, but there's also a... I would say a greater than average chance it gives you something substantially better than 1 energy would normally code for. Like, for example, a Wild Strike. Which is literally worth 1 energy, but I digress. Anyway, so we're going to try this one. We have won runs like this in the past. You know what? I will take a Body Slam. Let's try to swing something here. I play very conservatively on Ascension mode, if you haven't noticed. I don't want to give you anything. I'm saving the gold. The gold is precious to me. Give me max HP up, even if it seems rather minor. Or go for a free Body Slam. We also want a free Infernal Blade, but we've won runs where we started with no... Oh, that's so good. Where we started with no benefit. So, it's not that I'm unconcerned about where we are right now. It's just that, you know, we've been in this position before. We get good luck on the relics or something, you know. Life could be but a dream. Immolate is insanely good. I would love to draw it again. Actually completely fine that we didn't, because we're basically just stalling until we do, and then our HP will roughly be in the same position that it's already in. And look at that, we're at 61 HP. Whetstone upgrades 2 strikes, doesn't really have many other options, so more power to you. And we will take a Shockwave, because I think that card is highly good. Also a great target for an upgrade. Alright. I think we should... Ooh, Bottled Flame. I am gonna make a Body Slam innate, even though sometimes it'll be worth 0. I still think a 0-cost Body Slam highly advantageous for us, especially early, especially if we can start with block via Anchor or something like that. You're not gonna die, so I have to do this. So I'm gonna take the semi-conservative approach on this floor. I am gonna fight the other elite, but I'm gonna try to get my deck better first. This is a tough one, because Dark Embrace can be really good, but we don't have any exhaustible cards yet, so I'm going to slow my roll. So here, we're going to smith, and we're just going to keep upgrading. You know, we only have 14 cards in our deck. If we can get them relatively upgraded, I'm going to be a pretty happy man. I refuse to add curses, but I do want to fight this next elite unless something goes terribly wrong. Yeah, you still do it like that. If we get extra strength, body slam. Oh, I didn't even look at you to see if you were attacking. That's embarrassing. You know what it is? Is it half from playing with Runic Dome last time and being like, I don't even need to know. Well, just, I should have drank it, I guess. Clash can work. I don't think we need to build our deck around it completely. It can still work. Now, we can't play it here, because I am a fool. Should have played the other defend. But you know what? We got Shockwave out there, which is hugely important to begin with. Probably pay way more dividends long term. You still have to play it. At this point, I think you can play a defend. Pardon me, because this guy's definitely dying next turn. Unless something goes catastrophically wrong. That went fine. Tiny chest. I never know how to feel about this card, but it is what it is right now. We're going to upgrade Pommel. Clash is really bad against this guy because he adds garbage to our deck. Good. This is good. We did not draw Shockwave. We would love to draw it on this turn. We did indeed. Alright, so, I mean, we kind of want to go for broke on this guy, but I honestly, with all the honesty in my heart, and I don't think I have an option, we might be happy that he's going to stay on 87 HP. And if we want to take another turn with him just adding garbage to our deck, that's fine, or we could smack him. I think we should smack him this turn while we got the opportunity. Well, he's going to lose vulnerability. So I could either hit him for 12 or I could hit him for 15. Let's hit him for 15. I think it's a race, more or less. And this is really bad. We actually probably will die again if I'm being 100% sincere and honest in the way that I look at this run right now. I still think that's better than playing Searing Blow, to be honest with you. It's extremely bad. 20 damage. Yeah, we're done. At least after this death, we're gonna have the opportunity to do another trade at the start. So we're 13 minutes in. This happens from time to time. This is not indicative of like being out of practice. This is indicative of Ascension 15 being hard. I honestly think that, well, a random common relic is not necessarily good. But dude, I kind of like Bag of Marbles a lot. To be honest, I would love to skip this first shop and get more potential value early. This is what we want in turn 1. The ability to do 27 damage. Now just try to kill him next turn. So I think so far we're off to a decent start. I think we can make something happen here. I still consider Cleave pretty essential just for some of these, you know, early fights that are particularly bad. Particularly like, you know, the fight that's 400 minions that do 3 damage each but keep you permanently weak. That's the one that I always like am watching out for. Now it's a bit of a knockdown, drag out fight that we got going on here. I literally cannot kill you, just barely. But next turn you should be done. We only lost 10 HP total. So it's not too bad. Headbutt is a very necessary card. As of right now, I don't know what we're bringing back with it, but I love that it exists. Oh, this is... That's why you take Cleave, I guess, if you want to be overly reductive. And an early upgraded armaments is worth an awful lot. So again, that's why you take Cleave. And, dude, we're in a great position still. Why not upgrade Bash? That's a great question. Where were you 3 seconds ago? No, we're doing fine. So far, this is going really well. So what are we looking for? I mean, as of right now, we're really looking for something to bring back with Headbutt. I think, here's the thing. Go ahead, hurt me for 26, and then when I come here, I'm still going to rest first, but I did think about making armaments our play. Upgrading armaments, I should say. So let's try a skill potion first. We're only playing one attack this turn. But we could get to 10 block by playing armaments. Targeting rage. Yeah. We were going to get there anyway, now that I look at it more closely, but it is what it is. I think we approach this in a relatively good way, and hey, we got rage for the future now. And we're definitely going to take advantage of it, like, right away. It's better to pop it on the next turn. This is going to be real slow, but we're really waiting for Cleave to come around, and Cleave is our target to get these guys wiped as quickly as possible. So Rage, very, very helpful here. And we normally might consider playing Bash. I suppose we probably... No, I'm happy we got enough block. And let's leave it at that. I'm going to pop our regen potion just to keep ourselves relatively safe here. We are going to take 15 damage due to... I don't know if you'd call it bad draw. That seems to shirk responsibility. Draw of a sub-opportune nature, bro. There we go. So we really want to keep our HP high enough so we can afford to upgrade armaments. Because it's not that armaments is necessarily that good. It's more like before it's upgraded, it's kind of bad. I think as of right now, we're in an acceptable position to do so. Barely got there, but got there nonetheless. It is what it is. What can you do, right? It is what it is. I mean, what can you do, right? Please don't make me say it a third time. Okay, thank God. So we got 52. Preserved Insect, I think, is extremely great, and I will almost always take Shrug It Off. So I am going to go for broke. Might be a little rich about the relatively low risk we're taking right here, but I'm going to try. I'm genuinely going to give it my all here. My dude is going to wake up, but I think that's the downside of Vyra, but also strike while the iron's friggin' hot, right? So we're taking 15, but we got him in a real nice spot for us personally. This time, there might be a case to be made for just doing something like that. We really would prefer to bring back none of these, but we'll bring back the one with draw. We have 2 turns to do 21 damage. Let's do it in 1. That's looking totally fine. Pair is a pretty great pickup, I think. And I know you're like, why not Flex? I don't know, I've kind of... This is why you take Cleave, by the way. Kind of fallen out of favor on Flex a little bit, personally. I would honestly rather Headbutt and then Strike. And then, like, not even play a Defend, because it's like, it makes it too easy for us to do that. And I thought that Headbutt cost 2, because it's so good. So these guys are going to get stronger if we play that. I would prefer not to, because right now we're taking 0 damage. But it is annoying. To be fair, though, they don't get any stronger. You know, they stay relatively weak here. $11? That's perfect. How are we supposed to do this? Because we're just very, very slowly working them down until we can get them with like a single attack. 13. Yeah, this should be okay. Doing 6 damage. Alright, we're gonna get there. It's just a very tedious fight, but not a bad one, necessarily. Made it through just fine. Fiendfire is really tempting, but I don't know. I look at this run right now, and I don't know if we need it. Obviously, we really prefer to be able to do more damage turn 1. Basically, what I'm getting at right now is, like... I'm very happy with our relic setup. I think Bag of Marbles, Golden Idol, we already paid for, basically. Extra HP, elite fights are going to be easier for the rest of the game. These are all, like, relatively high priority options for us. That was a slightly incorrect play as well. But so I just, the deck is the focus predominantly right now. And I do think Rage is worth it. Let's see if we can get some interesting improvements here. Right now this is Combat, which I would describe as an uninteresting improvement. We're working on it, though. He's not going for broke. But I still think we go for broke on this turn. And really, we're hoping armaments will hit a cleave and kill all of them. Not quite, huh? Why not play armaments first? It's like, you just have to ask yourself sometimes. Might as well get rid of that. They're all dead. We need to draw 2 attacks. So far, so good. Fear Potion, very nice against the boss. I don't know, man. I don't think you really need a cleave. But maybe 2 cleaves? So this gives us 3 strength on the first turn. Right? No, wait. It automatically upgrades a card by default. I don't think we need that right now. I think we'll just take the automatic improvement here without having to pay any cost. Hello, Tomo. And hello, Ruka. Would you like to come in? Ruka. Welcome. I don't want to just open my door to one of these cats, you know. Here, you guys, just jump up, get in your boxes. Just don't jump on the computer. I'll be mad. There you go. 1 cat in a box. Despite all my rage, I am still just a cat in a box. Okay. Next turn, we probably pop the vulnerability just to try to avoid the exact same fate that happened to us last time. But I don't think we can get him. Hey, I see you jumping on that friggin' computer. I think we have to let him hit us for 38. And you might say, like, well, this is a very foolish decision. But what am I supposed to do? There's no other option, genuinely. I mean, I guess I could split him. But I just applied this vulnerability. Here's the thing. I think it's better just block as much as you can and then crush him on the next turn. This is the way you approach this. Okay, so we basically did 30 extra damage to each of these enemies, which is extremely helpful to me. Now, again, go ahead and hit me for 12. At this point, I just want to kill you. He didn't get a chance to hit me for 12, obviously, but if he did, I would have been okay with it. It's highly painful, but gotta do what you gotta do. We're just waiting for really one of our cleaves to come back around is the moneymaker right here. It's 3 block, but I'd rather do 3 block and live, hopefully. Okay, we're gonna win. Unless we have a horrible draw, which was a theoretical possibility, but would have been real surprising. We still could die, but it would be very unlikely. There we go. Job's done. We made it through the first floor. What do we like? I mean, double tap is really nice if we can get like a rampage. Our deck is still really thin. Feed obviously works pretty well too. I think I'm going to try double tap though. I think we go Runic Cube here. Losing HP to draw seems acceptable to me. Okay, so we'd like to hit a shop, and, you know, kind of like the less danger, the better. At least it did some damage. We took 0, but, you know, we're not really... We're not really, like, doing particularly well here. Like, this guy is going to get stronger than us pretty quickly, is what I'm concerned about. Like, that doesn't help. Doesn't help him either, but it certainly does not help me. I think you have to bash just to be able to, like, on the next couple of turns, be able to cut through his armor. I mean, like, what it really comes down to here, the reason I'm double tapping these is because I don't see us killing him if we don't. Like, I think he starts to get it over us. And I'm happy we did, but, you know, our HP is still in a bad spot. Ghostly armor, just for... I feel like some extra block is relevant. So we did get Gremlin Horn. I was hoping no combat. We got no combat. Great news. We're going to heal. And then we're going to remove Writhe. And I think, I mean, you have to go Thread and Needle here. It's a potentially game-winning relic we barely had the cash for. Game-helping relic, for sure. Now, this one, maybe the right call was to go Apparition there. I don't know. I did what I could with what I had. I didn't really want to start throwing, you know, monkey wrenches into the whole thing. Now, elites have a lot less HP. It's fantastic news. And I would describe this as like a lot less HP. Believe it or not. Thanks to Gremlin Horn, we're starting to get a little economy here. You're doing 15 damage. I'd prefer to take 0, so let's make that happen. Elites are something we should probably target now. Now, you're definitely not going to die. But thanks to Rage, we're not going to take damage either. So we stand a pretty reasonable chance to not take damage. Or at least not take much damage here. Yeah, we're starting to... I don't consider this very good. But we are starting to get something going. You know, like, we just killed elites without taking any damage. So we're actually going to gain HP there. Duvu Doll, I mean, it's 1 strength by default. I see the value of Limit Break. Even with only 2 strength, you know, there's a chance for greatness there. And we've used that strength build, especially in a thin deck with a couple of headbutts, to get us where we need to go in the past. So I'm kind of thinking it might do the same thing here. That's my hope anyway. Definitely start with Rage. I guess you would just, I mean, double tap Bash or Limit Break Bash. I'd rather double tap Bash right now. That's not to say Limit Break is the worst card. In all likelihood, it's a much better card, but... Good fight. Yeah, Gambler's Brew. Not a high tier potion in my world anymore. Are we gonna go 2 elites? I mean, I do sort of feel like that's our way out of what's a relatively dangerous situation. We need to upgrade Limit Break. For it to be useful with any, like, long-term prospects, it has to be upgraded. And we have to headbutt the Christ out of it. So we need good draw. Or a way to finesse our own draw. You know, 12. So that's enough block. At least we can cleave and keep the economy working in our favor. Considering we have 2 elite fights coming right up, your boy, that's me, doesn't really relish the idea of using a potion here. Like, I'd very much prefer not to. And it looks like we won't have to, but looks can be deceiving. Limit Break should be over here, unfortunately. Yeah, this is... Oh, of course we drew because we killed him. Whatever, we can still upgrade. I don't want to draw anything else, though. So yeah, I mean, we would be a coward if we would be a coward and we would be wrong, which is perhaps even worse if we chose not to do the two elite fights. We might die in the process, but I would argue that there's a good chance we die if we don't do it. You know, we just die later instead of right now. And if we succeed, you know, the world's our oyster, hopefully. I think we're happy with the strength and we're content with that. We'll just go Battle Trance, but a Shockwave is really good. Okay, you definitely would start with an Armaments and then a Limit Break. So we are going to take a little damage turn 1. But now we look at these and we start to think about popping these potions. This is not a great turn for it. So we're kind of... Oh, you idiot. Sorry, we took no damage, but still, that's not the way we wanted to approach it. It is what it is. You gotta hit him. We don't have too many turns to do better than that. And I think you pop this as well. So we're taking 11 damage. Hopefully we kill him this turn. I mean, we do have 6 strength up. We need 2 attacks. That was not horrible, all things considered. I think we can roll 2 battle trances. We'd really like to not take damage against this guy. Why not hit him 3 times? It's a good question, but I don't know. I thought maybe bringing Shrug back was worth its weight in gold. Not really on a turn in which you, you know, draw nothing that you can play with another card because the costs are too high, but that's life. Wow, this is terrible. Like, we're really just looking for a turn where we can actually hit you. The frailty is horrible. I guess you rage, double tap, and bash. At least you're only taking 14 damage, but that's obviously a ton. I don't think I can kill you, so 16, 16. No, I definitely can't. So let's limit break for the future, and hopefully we kill you next turn. We're taking another 20 here. We could die right here. Now we can't. But this is obviously a horrible position for our next elite fight. But they're weak enemies, sort of. Remember, you got Gremlin Horn. We're going to draw something. What would you like to draw? I would like to draw armaments, please. For no reason, really. This guy's going to attack next turn. That's going to be a little dangerous. But, you know, what do we... Oh, he's not attacking. Thank God. Double tap feed is real interesting, but... This is not my ideal situation right now. See, I love Cleave Strike, because it's an easy kill. Nobody's attacking, so, like, why not, right? Probably should have used the bash on this guy, because he's about to do, again, 30 damage. Actually, 52, my mistake. 42. We're dead. We genuinely tried. Just hit a wall over and over on this one. That's an embarrassing series of losses, but thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And of course, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion if you want to see live content, of which there is a plethora. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!